What's up everybody? It's Senpai Grayson, and I'm back to you with a video that will change your entire Borderlands 3 experience. You may have seen the title and thought, oh man, Senpai Grayson has a glitch, and I don't really want a glitch or anything like that, but this is not a glitch. This is something that they put in the game, something that they changed, and if you're a Borderlands fan, and you've played Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, and you've been using mods this entire time, you're gonna find out something new about the mods and why they allow you to use extra skill points. Now, I've put a lot of time into Borderlands 3, and it took me a while to realize what change actually happened. What this change does is it allows you to get to those other trees that you can't spec into, but you might want to grab a couple points out of. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe for more Borderlands content and other content to come in the future. Alright, so let's get started. As you may remember, in Borderlands 1, 2, and pre-sequel, in order to get the bonuses from a mod, you had to acquire one skill point for that skill. To give you an example, you could see that I have a mod that gives the Overload skill, Steady skill, and Metal Storm. What we're going to do to test this is we're going to make sure that one of these abilities are a kill skill. Over here on the skill tree, if you look at Metal Storm, it is a kill skill, so it should show up underneath our EXP bar. When we kill an enemy, below the EXP bar, you can see that the Metal Storm icon shows up. This means that we're granted the buff and everything's working just fine. Alright, so let's go back and respec into a different skill set, leave the same mod on, and see what happens when we kill an enemy. You'll notice that it says requires at least 1 point for training. So let's kill some enemies now that we've changed up our skill tree. You'll notice at the bottom of the screen, when getting kills, we're no longer getting the icon for Metal Storm. What this means is we're no longer getting any of the benefits from this mod. It's now nullified. We've wasted it, and we're not gonna get anything but the static buffs from having that item on. But now you're gonna be like, okay, this is standard stuff that I'm used to. I know, Borderlands 2, you always had to get the points in order to actually get the buffs from it. But in Borderlands 3, this changed quite a bit, and it allows a little bit more freedom in our skill trees, and it allows us to do a little bit more. Alright, so let's see what I'm actually talking about for Borderlands 3. You can see that I have a mod that gives me 3 points to Phalanx Doctrine and also 2 to Vladov Ignuity. If you look at my skill tree, the Phalanx Doctrine I don't actually have points for, but it says that there's 3 points in the skill itself, and it shows me the effects of it too. It says current effect, so let's go ahead and try this out and see if we actually can use this ability. Once again, this is a kill skill that we're testing with, so when we get a kill, we should actually be able to see the buff show up at the bottom of the screen. And there it is. You can see that we got 2 stacks of it right now, and every time we get a kill, it shows that icon. I wanted to prove this to myself a little bit more. Phalanx Doctrine gives you gun damage and max shield. The problem with gun damage is it's hard to tell whether or not you're getting a benefit from it. So to make sure that this icon isn't just updating and we're not getting anything, look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Our shields go up when we get a kill, and everything seems to actually be working appropriately. If the buff was to fall off, I actually only have 13,000 shields. So this is incredible. We're getting more and more and more benefits out of this, even though we don't have those skill points allocated. So I wanted to take this testing a little bit further. I wanted to take the mod off just to make sure that everything was working the way that I was expecting it to and the way that I was thinking it was happening. That way I wasn't lying to you. So we changed the mod out. You could see that There is no longer points allocated, and when we get kills, we don't see the buff anymore. So this changes everything. This means that we can make builds all the way across all 3 skill trees, and we don't have to have points for it. Expect to see a lot of content with me making builds based off of this and trying to go for builds that make us invulnerable or do crazy melee damage, maybe crazy incendiary damage even. So keep an eye out for that. What I want you to do is let me know in the comments below if this is something that came to you as a surprise. If you already knew about it, let me know as well, but this is totally new for me. It doesn't seem like they explained this to us, and I just assume, hey, this is just working the way that it used to. The way that it used to in Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2, and it doesn't seem to be that way. It's amazing. I'm super excited to play Borderlands even more than I already have been. I hope that you like this video and that Borderlands has now opened up to you just a little bit more, just as it did for me. If you did like this video, make sure you give this a thumbs up and share this with your friends, whoever, wherever you think it belongs, so that everybody knows and they can enjoy the Borderlands experience just as you are about to. I plan on keeping the content coming, so if you want more tips, more info like this, class builds, legendary weapon reviews, make sure that you subscribe. We're going to attempt to upload about 3 times a week, so you should have fresh and new things each and every time you come back to Senpai and Ark's channel. If you want to hang out while we grind, go to the description below and follow us on streaming platforms. I'll see you on the next video, so for now, have a good time gaming.